Welcome to Quick Course Digest. Today, we're diving deep into the world of materials and inventory management. Honestly, it's the critical balancing act that keeps any business afloat, making sure they have exactly what they need right when they need it. So let's get right into it.
So at the very heart of it all is this one fundamental challenge. It's a question every single business, from a tiny corner store to a massive global corporation, has to ask itself every single day. And, getting it right can be the difference between success and failure. And this slide really shows you what a tightrope walk it is. On one hand, you overstock. Sure, it feels safe, but now your cash is tied up in boxes just sitting there, collecting dust, racking up storage fees, and maybe even going out of style. But on the other hand, stockouts. That's just lost sales, angry customers, and a reputation that takes a serious hit. Either way you fall, it's going to hurt. Okay, so how do we even begin to solve this problem? Well, it all starts with understanding the product's entire journey, from the moment it's a raw material to the second it's in a customer's hands. If we can see that flow, we can start to control it.
A really simple way to think about this journey is to split it in two. First, you've got inbound logistics. This is all about supply, getting things into your business. We're talking sourcing, buying, and receiving. Then you have outbound logistics, which is all about demand, getting things out to the customer. That's the whole shebang, fulfilling orders, packing them up, and shipping them out the door.
And here's what that journey looks like, step by step. It all kicks off with the supplier. Then the goods get to the warehouse where they're received and put into storage. As soon as a customer clicks buy, those items are picked from the shelves and packed up. And finally, off they go, shipped to their new home. You can see how every single step here is a crucial link in this chain.
All right, so we get the flow. But how do businesses actually, control it? Well, let's open up the strategic playbook and check out the techniques they use to master this whole process.
Now, this is really interesting because the true cost of inventory is way more than just what you paid for the product. You've got the cost of placing the order, the cost of just letting it sit on a shelf. Think warehousing and insurance. And of course, the massive cost of running out. And we haven't even talked about stuff like theft, damage, or things that just plain expire. You have to understand all these hidden costs before you can get a handle on them.
So one of the smartest strategies is to realize that not all your products are created equal. That's where ABC analysis comes in. It's a way to prioritize. Your A items are your superstars. They're high value, maybe only 20% of your total items, but they bring in 80% of the money. You watch those like a hawk. B items are the middle of the rotors, and C items are your low-value, high-volume stuff. This way, you're putting your energy where it counts the most.
Another really powerful strategy is just-in-time, or JIT, which was famously perfected by Toyota. The goal here is just radical efficiency. Materials show up exactly when they're needed for production, not a moment sooner. This completely slashes your storage costs and waste. Now, it takes incredible coordination, and it can be a little risky, but wow, the payoff can be absolutely enormous. Of course, these days, nobody's managing all this complexity with a pen and a clipboard. It all relies on some seriously powerful technology that gives modern businesses a massive competitive edge.
One of the biggest game changers has been RFID technology. The easiest way to think about it is like a barcode on steroids. Instead of needing to see the barcode to scan it, an RFID reader uses radio waves to find and identify tagged items from a distance. You can imagine how this makes tracking everything in a warehouse so much faster and more seamless.
So what does that actually get you? Well, the benefits directly solve a lot of those core problems we talked about. You can count your inventory in a fraction of the time. You can track goods without having to unpack entire pallets. You can boost security by seeing exactly where everything has been. And best of all, it all feeds right into your main management software. It just gives you this incredible level of control.
And all of this amazing tech comes together in some really sophisticated software platforms. And this is a tool for just about every size of business. A huge enterprise might use something like Oracle Fusion Cloud for its massive supply chain integration. A manufacturer might lean on Katana for its real-time production tracking. And a small business could use something like Zoho Inventory to automate its workflow.
But here's the thing. Even the most amazing piece of technology is still just a tool. A truly successful supply chain, a really great one, depends just as much on the people behind it all.
This quote just nails it. Success is about building bridges, not just installing software. When you start to see your suppliers and distributors as actual partners instead of just vendors you buy from, it completely changes the game.
And when that partnership is real, the benefits are huge. Your forecasts get way more accurate. You can negotiate better prices. The whole system becomes more flexible. And maybe most importantly, you can work together to lower your risk, maybe getting an early heads up about a shortage before it becomes a full-blown crisis. So, we've looked at the big problem, the journey, the strategies, the tech, and the people. But where is all of this going? What's next for the flow of goods? The big takeaway here is that the future isn't about finding one single magic bullet solution. It's all about integration. It's about weaving people, strategies, and technology into one seamless, intelligent system. The goal is to have total visibility, be incredibly agile, and just be ruthlessly efficient.
And that brings us to our final thought. We are right on the edge of another massive revolution, this one driven by AI, autonomous vehicles, and drones. These technologies are going to completely reshape what's possible, and it really leaves us with this exciting question to think about. What will the warehouse of tomorrow actually look like?